y'all? SideStreet. It's Effin. Back with another episode. SideStreet Stories Part 7. I checked this time before I started the vlog. It's definitely episode 7. And I don't know what I'm gonna title this one yet, but I'll figure it out before I post it or whatnot. Out here, trying to get back to Vegas. Came out to LA for the weekend, shoot a video, and my son. Headed back now. Mission complete. Y'all should be seeing that pop up soon. Y'all look out for it. The Wiz, SideStreet Kids, gonna be on my new album. The album forever. Dropping that soon. Anyway, I was thinking, wanted to tell a new story. Trying to think of where I should go next. And thought of this one. It's a little of a touchy subject because of what boy got going on at the moment. But whatever. I'm gonna just say it. Trying to watch my words so YouTube don't shut me down. You know how they do. I think even on my last vlog, I was talking to Tennessee. I got like, they were saying something about defamation. But I said nothing. I would never defame Tennessee. Like, I don't know what they talking about. They didn't say nothing. I ain't mentioned nothing. Talking about how we used to kick it back in the day. So anyway, let's see, it was like, I want to say it was 96. 1996. All you kids out there, it was back in the 1900s. Way back. But it was like around 96 or so, maybe 97. I think it was something like 96. And so, you know, at this time I'm living at the dungeon, the new dungeon, which is the White House. That's the one a lot of people kind of know, or I guess it's a little more famous than the original dungeon. But living at the dungeon, we haven't been there that long yet because, you know, the house is still being, I guess, renovated, updated, whatever you want to call it. Rick had just had a brand new basketball court in the backyard, and they were still working on the swimming pool that was in the backyard. So, anyhow, the court was nice, but because it was built in the backyard, like, and it was like a rough, grassy area, whatever it was built on, at the edge of the court, like underneath the goal, the edge of the court dropped off into the dirt, like about that much of a drop off from the court to the dirt. So we all knew about it. We had played on it from the moment it was done. We started playing on it, so we knew what was up with that. But this day, you know, Bad Boy pulled up. I want to say it might have been like birthday mass or something going on, like the radio station or something. And so Bad Boy in town, and they just set up like a Bad Boy versus Dungeon Family basketball game, right? So it had to be 96 or so, because I just remember the night before, Outkast had just recorded the song Babylon, right? So we was hype on it. Like, that was one of the most amazing songs. Like, we had never heard nothing like that at that time, you know. It wasn't finished, like, it didn't have a hook on it, the singing and stuff. It was just the verses, the beat. At that time, we had it on repeat all day. So, and Reek had, you know, had the big speakers. We pulled them out onto, like, back deck or whatever. You could hear blasting all through the property, right? Just on repeat. So, Bad Boy pulled up. You know, man, Biggie was there. Biggie was still on this. I think his leg was broke. He had like a cane he was walking on. And he just kind of cooled out the whole time. He wasn't like, of course, he didn't play ball or nothing like that. He kind of chilled in the shade. And it was mostly just like him and Diddy. And I think everybody else was like Diddy's staff. You know what I mean? So we get on the court, we balling, right? And we definitely smoking them. You know what I mean? It was competitive, but we winning. You know what I mean? And Reek is just going all out. I'm talking about we out there alley-ooping, Reek dunking on people. You know what I mean? It was like crazy. But your boy, you know, the infamous Diddler, you know what I mean? He's like super competitive with everything. It don't matter what it is. So he is not happy that they losing, right? So I just remember like, I went in the kitchen. I think I was getting some water or something like that. Went in the kitchen to get some water, and Diddy then came in there, right? Because it's like he had like a bag, like a duffel bag type vibe or something. I think he had his phone in there. He had to get his phone. So he come in and he's like talking to me, but not like looking for a response back. He just saying like, man, this is crazy, man. I can't believe, you know, like talk about the music, like how good it sounded and whatnot, and how they got to step their game up and all this kind of stuff. So it's getting under my skin. It's rubbing me wrong. I felt like he was spying on us or trying to like bite the vibe or figure out how to copy it or something. You know, I'm like super territorial at the time, and I didn't understand why he was even there really, because I was looking at him like competition. But a lot of people don't know he wasn't really like competition. It's still all under one umbrella, like the Arista family. Diddy and Rico was friends. He directed the first Outkast video, the Players Ball video. A lot of people don't know that. So it was, you know, it was all fam, but it's still a level of friendly competition going on. You know what I mean? But I'm sort of cut and dry, especially at that time, super black and white. Like either a friend or you an enemy. Ain't no in between. So I'm not like it. I got my eye on him. Talk to him. Why are you even here? Like, just turn the music off, man. Like, don't let him hear nothing. So he get on the phone. He called back to New York. You hear this? He cussing people out, talking about he gonna fire them if they can't find him. And by the time he don't get back, they don't have nothing that can compete with that, and you know, all this kind of stuff. So anyhow, we back on the court, and you know, we rotating. So like, I wasn't in the game at the time. I think I'm at this time I'm just watching. But Diddy's back on the court, and he got his squad in, and they balling or whatever. And one of his assistants or something, I don't know what his job was for Diddy, but he just tried to go like for a layup or something. He tried to do like a Jordan move or something, where like he go under the goal and try to scoop back up or whatever. It didn't work, but when he came down, he landed on the lip, rolled his ankle. You know what I mean? So you hear him scream. Everybody like, ooh, because we knew what it was. You know what I mean? We told everybody before we played the game what was going on, like with that lip. But you know, when you're in the heat of the moment, you try to win, go all out or whatever. Because Diddy already on them hard, like everybody telling them they're sorry, and if they lose, they're gonna have to walk back to New York. All kinds of just wild stuff like that. You know what I mean? Which was also rubbing me wrong. Like I didn't care for Diddy's like aura, energy. personality, I guess, at that moment. Like, I really was not. I'm kind of big on respect. And if I feel like, I don't like to see people disrespecting people around me like that. It bothers me, you know? Especially like myself. I'm not going to tolerate it. Like, if I feel like you're trying to disrespect me, you know, that's an issue. So I don't like to see it with nobody else either. So I'm like, dang, why you tripping? Like, got them out here, they doing, you know, they going all in, they definitely want to win, you know what I mean? But he tripping. So when dude hurt his ankle, we trying to help, we like, oh, we go over there, we trying to help him up, he trying to walk on it, he can't, and then he like, you know, man, forget him, man. He alright, he tough, he from New York, he don't need no help. Don't be over here acting like no baby. Ooh, he like going off on telling him if he too soft, he shouldn't have got hurt, and he don't go make him walk back on his broke ankle and all kind. He just tripping, right? Everybody like, yo, calm down, man. Like, the man hurt, man. Like, whatever, like, game over. We ain't playing no more. We gonna make sure he good. You know what I mean? Getting icy, whatever. Right, needed to happen. But yeah, it was like, it was just weird, you know what I mean? And I don't know if Biggie and Diddy had something going on at that time, like some kind of like not really seeing eye to eye or whatever, but he wasn't really interacting with Diddy in that moment. And he was kind of to himself. He was cool, you know, kind of like classic Biggie with the towel on his head in the shade kind of vibe, which, you know, that was the only reason I was even kind of hyped that they was there, because I'm a big Biggie fan, you know. Like, when I was young, the first songs I heard from Biggie, like, well, I used to run with Outkast before I left LA, and Raz brought a tape that had like 2 or 3 Biggie songs on it. I remember it was Party and Bullshit. It had Unbelievable on it, and Dreams. I'm fucking me, R&B, bitch. Dreams. It was the only songs I had heard at that time. I remember Outkast just being like, man, this is the nicest nigga in New York right here. And I'm like, what? I got to hear this. So the first time I heard it, I just loved it. Unbelievable, really, is what got me. And I like Dreams. Party and Bullshit was dope, but it was like, it sounded a little more New York, you know what I mean? Unbelievable, it had like melody, it had a West Coast vibe on it to me. So, you know what I mean? So I'm like a big Biggie fan at this time. The first album had dropped by then, you know, I bought it. I think The What was my favorite song on there, like him and Method Man or something like that. And so, you know, I would have loved to be able to kind of kick it with Biggie and ask him some questions or something like that, but I didn't really get a chance at that moment. Plus, I don't like to like bother people or whatever, you know what I mean? Because in all actuality, like, we all just kind of working, whatever, you know what I mean? But I remember it might have been a magazine that was there too, like 5 rap pages. Somebody was trying to cover the basketball game, but I think because of the injury and it not finishing, I don't think it ever got published as like an article. But yeah, man, that was like my first, I think that was my first interaction with Diddy. Just being around or whatever, I didn't really care for it. There's been other times where he's been a little more calm, especially like times we went up to New York, you know what I mean? I kind of just accepted that's who he is, and he always looked out for us, like, whatever, you know what I mean? If you need anything in New York, you call Diddy, he gonna take care of, make sure you're straight or whatever. So I grew to appreciate all of that, you know what I mean? Definitely not trying to get into, you know, you got crazy allegations allegations on him. I don't know what that's about. I can't speak on that. I never seen nothing crazy because I'm not interested in partying with Diddy or being at no industry type parties and stuff like that. Weird stuff going on. Even when I went to industry parties, I stay common area. I'm there for a shorter period of time as I can. And I'm out. I don't stay late and all of that, hanging out, trying to get deeper in, whatever, you know what I mean? I'm not interested. So I don't know nothing about all of that. All I can say is I hope justice is served. You know, meaning if he's innocent, I hope he's found innocent. But if he's guilty, I hope justice is served. You know what I mean? That's all I can say on that situation. You gotta see how that play out. But yeah, man, infamous Diddler at the dungeon. You know what I mean? That was 1996, and I don't think Diddy has ever actually been fake. I can say that for a fact. What you see is what you get. Like, you see him on TV, on Making the Band, or however it was, that's him. You know what I mean? That's how he is. He's not following a script. He's not playing up nothing. He's just like that. But yeah, man, SideStreet K. I think I'm gonna chop it there. I got plenty more to say, but we're gonna keep it short for the two. And yeah, man, check me out too. I'm on all streaming platforms.